Hi everyone, this is movie number 2 for the Word Chapter 1, Pause and Practice. I'm on Pause and Practice 1-1, step number 5. So we're going to put the current date in the first line of the document. So we want to put that using month, day, year format, so like we would spell it out. So today is May, whoops, I'm going to click right here. May, I can type, and notice when I did May and a space, it comes up with the current date, right? So that's what I want to do. I want to just use that. So I'm going to go ahead and it says press enter to insert, so I'm going to follow the directions. I'm going to hit enter. It placed in there the current date, okay? So the lesson being there is you start the month of the current date. The minute you hit space after that month, it'll allow you to auto-complete it. So that's what I want. Now that is not a code, it's going to stay May 2nd, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter 2 times, okay? And so we're doing a business letter that is a block format. So in a block format, all of your lines of your letter are at the left margin. And right now, I'm going to do the inside address, the salutation, and the subject line. So the salutation is the, dear or to whom it may concern or whatever. So in the inside address though, notice when I hit enter, you get that extra space. I don't want that extra space between the lines of my inside address. So when I get to the end of the line, instead of hitting enter, I'm going to hit the key combination of shift enter. And you'll see in these hidden codes what that does. So let me go ahead and start typing that. I'm going to put David and Sharon Wing. And here I would normally hit enter, but I'm going to do shift enter. And look at what's at the end of that. It's a carriage return line feed code, so it means go to the beginning of the line, the next line. But it does not designate the end of a paragraph, because you can format paragraphs, right? So this does not designate the end of a paragraph. It just allows you to move to the next line. So 4685 Orange Grove Road. Once again, I don't want to hit enter. I'm going to do shift enter, and it's not putting any Rockland CA 97725. Now I'm done with the inside address. So at this point, I do want to end the paragraph. So I'm going to hit enter. Notice that the end code there is the paragraph mark. So if I was to do any of this paragraph, this is considered as a single paragraph. What defines a paragraph is hitting the enter key, all right? And then, so this would all be considered one paragraph. All right, so now I need to do my salutation. So that's, type it right, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Wing, colon. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, because that's, even though it's one line, it's an entire paragraph. So the next thing that I'm going to do is my subject line. So I'm going to type subject, colon, disclosure, statement, enter. Okay, so I have my date, I have my inside address, my salutation line, and the subject line for what the purpose of this letter is. So I'm on step 7, and that's typing the body of the paragraph letter and inserting a non-breaking space. So a non-breaking space is something where you have like a name or 2 words that are joined, and you want them to appear on the same line, even if it's at the end of the line. If it can't all fit on that line, it all goes to the next line. So it's kind of like glue that sticks the words together. So that's one of the things that we're going to look at here. I'm going to go ahead and pause this movie while I type the first paragraph. Well, you know what? Let me type this first line here. So one of the things when you're typing is that you just keep typing, right? The only time you hit enter is when you really are done with your paragraph, right? And so even though the documents, even though you, oh, I shouldn't do 2 spaces, that's old habit for me. Okay, so in the book, the word required is the end of the line. Don't hit enter, just keep typing and let the system auto wrap for you, right? If I can type. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this while I finish typing this, but you see it just wrapped for you. There's no paragraph mark there. Okay, so I got the rest of this paragraph for step 7a there, and I'm at the word fact, and so that is the end of this first paragraph. So I want to actually end the paragraph. I'm going to do an enter. Notice there's some white space there. There's some separation between paragraphs. And that's why we didn't want each of these lines to be a paragraph, because we would have had that extra white space there. So now I'm going to go ahead and continue to type the second paragraph. And I'm going to pause when we get to the point where we have to do the breaking space. Okay, so I'm at the point in this second paragraph where we have real estate transfer disclosure statement. Okay, so if I continue to type here, more than likely, well, let's see what happens. I can type real estate transfer. Okay, so it is pulling those across, right? So I'm just going to get rid of that, and if I want to join those together, I'm going to do a key combination. It's Control Shift Spacebar. Notice the little circle there, estate, and then I'm going to do it again, Control Shift Space Transfer. Notice how it brought the whole all of those that are stuck together, real estate and transfer, they're kind of glued together, and you can see it with these little circle, and that's because I did that Control Shift Spacebar. And I'm saying, hey, keep all of these together. I don't want them separated on 2 different lines. Okay, I am at the end of that paragraph, so I need to put in the closing. So I'm going to hit enter, and then I want best regards, no capital there, comma, enter, enter, because I'm going to build in space for a signature, and then I'm going to type Emma's name. Shift enter, because I don't want an extra space, I just want a normal, so I realtor consultant, shift enter, Placer Hills Real Estate. Now here I'm done with that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do enter. That's gonna put a bigger space there. I'm going to type in your initials, so I'm going to just put mine in there. Shift enter, and it's going to automatically capitalize it. So I'm going to come up here and click on it and do the auto correct, and I'm going to say undo automatic capitalization. So then after my initials, I'm going to put enclosure, and that is good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this. So I can do Control S, or I can click on this save button here. And we are done with Pause and Practice 1-3. So let's make sure we got that saved. and then we can go on and look at moving and copying text, changing our fonts, making this a little prettier, okay? That's what we're going to do in the next section. All right, guys, thank you.